this is Dr. Liv with New Insight, and thank you for joining me in another video. The title of today's video is Silence Speaks Too. Pay attention to what they're not saying and doing. This speaks volumes, more than what they could ever tell you in words. What a partner is not saying and doing sends a strong message that you might not want to hear or accept. Certainly, we all have to deal with various roles, responsibilities, and demands of life. And it takes time, energy, and effort to keep everything balanced as much as we can, including family, work, school, church or spiritual devotion, health, community, social life, and time for personal goals, hobbies, and interests. There are times when you may become distracted, tired, preoccupied, sick, have unexpected family or work obligations, a crisis or setback could occur, and you may also be overwhelmed and need time for self-care to keep your cup full. These things are natural and normal, and depending on the situation, may be out of your control. However, if you are in a relationship with someone, whether it's in the beginning stages or advanced stages, and the person is making no effort to do their part, and they're showing no initiative to invest in the relationship in a balanced and healthy way, this is worthy of your attention and action. First, consider what I call the 2 C's, character and context. Be willing to give a person grace, compassion, and understanding. And if their character and the context of the situation warrants it, give them the benefit of the doubt also. However, if you are with someone who refuses to listen, doesn't take your feelings seriously, meaning they minimize, avoid, or dismiss your feelings, they may become defensive and argumentative. They never take accountability and refuse to communicate to make any substantial changes in the relationship. This is a major red flag and indication that you are in a one-sided, unhealthy relationship. And this dynamic can quickly become toxic, where there's abuse, lies, manipulation, control, and codependency. Oftentimes, we give grace and the benefit of the doubt to people who don't deserve it, and to people who are taking advantage of it. They become too comfortable and complacent, set in their ways because they don't think you'll ever enforce any real consequences, including ending the relationship. What the partner is not saying and doing speaks volumes, and you should definitely listen and pay attention. The following is a harsh truth and very triggering, but necessary to understand. So please take heed. What a partner is not saying and doing often communicates they don't take you seriously, they're taking you for granted, they don't respect you, they don't love you, or have fallen out of love with you, or perhaps it was lust and infatuation and never love. They're not prioritizing the relationship and may not even want the relationship, but are choosing to stay for various reasons. Therefore, just because you're in a relationship with someone for a substantial amount of time does not mean the person loves you, respects you, or desires the relationship. And this doesn't mean they never had good intentions or that they're a narcissist. However, the fact remains is that whether intentional or unintentional, they are not doing their part in the relationship and are not meeting your needs, not compromising to meet you in the middle, and therefore the relationship is unhealthy. So key points to remember and be mindful of are: don't focus so much on what you want, need, and desire that you don't pay attention to what you really have. And if you don't have happiness, peace, trust, love, respect, and reciprocity, then what do you really have? And don't get so hyper-focused on trying to figure out where you stand with someone that you lose sight of what really matters in life or lose sight of yourself. And if you're having to do so, this is already a major red flag because healthy partners are intentional and consistent. Even when they fall short, they prioritize making corrections because they prioritize you and the relationship. So remember, silence speaks too. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in another video.